and I'm sitting here with the cast of Hotel Cocaine this morning here at ATX Season 13. Yul Vazquez, Mark Feuerstein, and Danny Pino. How are you guys?
We're great. We're thrilled to talk to you.
I just have to tell you that, and we already had this conversation with Mark, but this show is freaking fire. I loved seeing this show, getting the chance to see it, and getting invested in all of your characters. And I'm going to start with Mark because Burton is the levity of the show. He at least provides some laughter, at least in any of the scenes that you're doing. And I don't want to give too much away, but I want to know, what was it like when your character basically was the inspiration of a song?
That's so funny you hit on that. Because honestly, I gotta tell you, that was a crazy moment to read that, because in one moment when I read that thing, which is that I help, in episode 2, I help Rick James, who's got writer's block, and there's a suggestion that one of his most famous songs comes out of our process of me trying to get him out of writer's block. And for me, that crystallized why historical fiction is such a cool genre. I mean, literally it's historical moment, right? There's no way that Rick James based that song on Burton Goldberg, which was the real name of the guy at the Mutiny Hotel. But in Chris Brancato's brilliant imagination, why not?
You know,
nobody's going to prove him wrong.
It made sense to the story to me. So
I love that you picked up on that.
That was hilarious when I just looked at that when the line was, "You're not just a freak, you're a super freak." I was like, and there it is.
It's so good.
It's great.
It's so crazy.
It's a funny idea.
Now, for Yul, your character, Nestor Cabal, I actually said this about the character. I said, I feel that Nestor is basically Bob in another life.
Bob from Seinfeld?
Mm-hmm. I came across the episodes when you played Bob, and I was literally I was like, he's threatening Kramer. I was going like, Nestor did that.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is Bob is actually, Bob is an imitation of my mom.
I heard that story, yeah.
So that's true and kind of crazy, because I didn't know what to do with that thing, and I said, and after start, I'm going to do this imitation of my mom. My mom was a very, very intense lady, a tiny lady, but super, super intense. So I suppose Nestor has elements of my mother, and I think of me, obviously. All the characters I play have, because I think that's the thing that you bring to it. You know, that's what makes it unique to you, or as it were, if a different actor was doing it. So I think the human has to come through at some point through the filter of this character. But I think it's an interesting thing you hit on. I think you're right. I think they share similar DNA.
A little bit, just a little bit. But you mentioned that about bringing your own flavor to the character, and one of the things I definitely am intrigued about with this show is Nestor and Roman's relationship, because it looks like it was strained, obviously for reasons that Roman wants to get out of that side of the business, but Nestor really loves his brother. He really loves his brother. He loves that family. So I love the fact that relationship is being explored, getting that trust back, and also Roman coming back into the fold. So I think that for me, I thought that was some of the best work in there.
Thank you for saying that. I think we were blessed with, which doesn't always happen, that actually have a long-standing relationship with Danny.
Okay.
So we just brought that into the show. You know what I mean? That was not like, we didn't have to do anything. There's nothing to be done.
It's platonic. It's a platonic.
I mean,
relationship.
sometimes. Depends on the day.
No,
For clarity.
I had an affection for him. You know, and I've known him a long time. We had a lot of the same friends. We knew, you know, and so seeing him as my brother was like, you know, there was nothing to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was nothing to fake. It was all
it
was all right there.
No, I think it's probably more true that we behave maybe even more like brothers off camera
Oh, yeah,
than even on camera, because we have
we
this
do.
rift on camera. Our brotherhood is sort of strained on camera.
We're off camera. We would ride to work together every day. We spent a lot. I mean, it's just, you know, our wives are friends. Danny's just a guy. Not because he's sitting here.
No, but go ahead.
Danny's one of the most beautiful, you know, humans you meet. Like Danny as a father, as a husband, as everything, the way he conducts his life, the way he comports in society and with people is really remarkable.
All right, that's it. How much do you need?
I take Venmo.
Venmo, that's it.
No, I'm not even. It's not BS, man. It's like, it's just who he is.
Yeah.
It's who he is.
I will agree with that. We reconnected yesterday, and last time we talked was literally a little over 10 years ago.
Amazing.
And we hit on the fact that you were. We talked about how you played at one point Desi Arnaz, and just having this Latino representation. I believe your entire cast was at the LA Latino International Film Festival. Was it a day ago, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Was Plana there?
No, Plana did not show up, unfortunately. Yeah, we didn't have the entire cast, but we had a number of
We
them.
were missing this guy desperately.
No, I'm not in the short.
No, I think
I'm talking about Hotel Cocaine. I'm sorry. This is for Hotel Cocaine?
You're in a show called Hotel Cocaine.
This show that's premiering on the 16th
This
of
is not
June.
Stock and Crest. I'm on the wrong panel. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Stock and Crest is
Come on.
down the hall.
If Knox Landing is down the hall.
I was
so for the kids watching, Falcon Crest.
Great show.
Lorenzo Lamas was in that show. That was not Danny Pino in that character.
Great show. Falcon Crest.
I get it. That was yesterday. I'm sorry, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a number of the cast there. Unfortunately, Yul couldn't make it, but we're all here together now.
Yes. And just hitting on that, and also just congratulations on the audiobook that's premiering on the 4th as well.
Oh, thank you.
That you recorded. But just seeing this Latino representation being this prevalent right now, which is a good thing. I love the fact that we're getting so much, I want to say it this way, lead representation, let's say that leading in this show. And one of the aspects I love is just listening to the Spanish in the show, just going back and forth between English and Spanish. It's absolutely glorious. And that was another point we talked on in the Law & Order SVU when we had that conversation, how you and Raul Esparza, that's what you were doing in that show, and I get to see it in this one. I think it's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
What was it for you? What was it like when you're playing another character that is from someone in history?
Man, it carries a lot of responsibility to play Roman Compte, especially when his son, Maurice, is a producer on the show and is just sitting right off camera. But it also is empowering to know that this actually happened.
Right.
And then we're going to dramatize it. We have the artistic liberty to take it where it wasn't, have it be authentic, but also, have that authenticity strained by life and death situations that hopefully will be entertaining to the audience. But to be able to work with these guys on a show that has so much comedy, right, and humor. In my mind, Burton is one of the hardest characters to play on the show.
Oh yeah.
Because he shifts the tone. And gives us an opportunity to enjoy the mutiny. It gives us the opportunity to enjoy the hedonism and sort of the me generation of it. What is it? How am I sort of growing within this world when the underpinning of it, what's keeping that party going, is what Yul and his character and Nestor are supplying. And of course, what is the ultimate cost of that supply are the brown and black bodies that are dropping in and around Miami, leading all the way back to Central and South America.
to the 4th episode, y'all, there's a dance scene that was very, 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 very hot. I'm just gonna say that. But the last question that I did have for you, because I know this was filmed in lieu of the strike and everything like that. Did you think that at one point it would have been difficult to get back into doing that once you came back to filming after the strike? Because there was a lot, the reason I asked that is because obviously there were shows that got canceled due to the strike and they never went back into production, and then was that a, somewhere in your head?
A concern?
Yeah.
Not for me, because I knew, I worked with Chris before, and I know his relationship with MGM Plus, and I know that the network was really behind the show, and we were in mid-stride, and I knew we were onto something. Mm-hmm. We had some kind of lightning in a bottle, and I knew we were going to come back, but it was just unfortunate that it took 6 months.
Yeah.
But you know, spinning up again, you know, getting his feet was not easy, but it was different than we were there before because we'd had the strike, and the strike had impact.
Yeah.
So the best part of it was that it was May and June when we started, and it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
Came back January, February.
That's true.
It was fantastic. The weather was all over the place.
All right, silver lining. I like it.
Yeah, especially when you're in polyester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great 70s garb designed by Adela Cortázar.
She's fantastic.
Fashions are on point for sure, and you guys will get to see that on June 16th on MGM Plus. Hotel Cocaine premieres then. You guys, thank you so much.
I'm personally inviting you to come down and visit us. When we go again.
I would love to. I would love to.
In success, if we're able to get
come down and hang out for a weekend with us, and you'll get a real window into
Come down to Juan Dolio. Or what'd you call it?
Juan Dolio. I can't. I call it something else.
Visit us at the Mutiny.
Absolutely, I will do that. Guys.